You watch another video listing the top 10 free AI tools. You find one that looks perfect, create an account, upload your media, and then you hit a massive paywall. In the AI video ecosystem, free rarely means you get a complete product. Instead, it represents a strict spectrum of usability. You spend 45 minutes prompting an AI model and tweaking your timeline. When you finally click export, the system either stamps a giant watermark across your footage or demands a monthly subscription to download it. We are going to audit these free tiers right now. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what your time investment yields, allowing you to build a publish-ready workflow for $0. Understanding where these tools fall on the spectrum is the only way to stop endlessly testing unusable demos and actually start publishing content. To evaluate these platforms, we have to look at the trade-off between utility and friction. This chart shows how AI pricing works in practice. The tools that perform heavy generative automation charge you in friction, like strict export caps. The tools that give you export freedom require you to do the manual labor. Take CapCut. It requires high manual effort from you, but offers high usability for free. On the other end, Runway generates entire videos from text with almost zero effort, but limits your usability. Generating pixels from scratch requires massive server compute. That hardware costs money to run, meaning true generative AI cannot survive as a permanent free utility. Your budget dictates your position on this board. You either spend money for automation or you spend your own time. Let's look at the first category, the generous foundations. These are the free tiers that let you output clean video. CapCut offers a full desktop editing suite. You get auto captions, AI effects, background removal, and 1080p exports without a watermark. The catch is that CapCut is an editor, not an automated generator. You still have to cut the footage and build the timeline yourself. If you need to chop long-form video into shorts, Vizard.ai and Captions handle clipping and mobile formatting better than most. This matrix breaks down exactly what you get. Vizard gives you 60 free minutes of AI processing every month, and CapCut gives you unlimited 1080p exports, both with zero watermarks. You will need to make minor manual text corrections, and Vizard occasionally misses the active speaker in group conversations compared to premium tools. Because they trade your manual effort for clean, usable assets, these platforms form the backbone of a $0 workflow. The second category is the watermarked workhorses. They give you powerful automation, but they make sure everyone knows you used their free plan. Opus Clip and InVideo AI process hours of raw footage, identify the best moments, and assemble them into viral scored clips with captions automatically. Look at the second row of our matrix. The cost for all that automation is a bright red warming in the watermark column. That aggressive branding makes it difficult to maintain a professional aesthetic for your own channel. Descript falls here too. It lets you edit video by simply deleting text from a transcript, but the free tier caps you at 1 hour of transcription per month. Spike Studio limits your resolution to 720p. Runway Gen 3 gives you exactly 125 credits to try their generative models once. They never refresh. Use these tools to learn short-form pacing or to test a script idea. They are not viable for building a long-term brand without a budget. The third category covers the highly restricted trials. These are enterprise-grade tools functioning as glorified tech demos. Platforms like Ai GenZ, Synthesia, and Shorts Ninja all specialize in rendering hyper-realistic synthetic avatars and perfectly synced AI voiceovers. Their free tiers are hard-capped. You get enough credits to generate 1 to 3 videos per account, and then the trial is over. Rendering a lifelike human face requires intense processing power. These companies cannot afford to let users generate that kind of media for free indefinitely. You cannot run a consistent publishing YouTube channel using these specific tools unless you pay for a monthly subscription. Knowing these limits lets us assemble a workflow based strictly on what you can afford. If you are a creator who needs to publish multiple times a week without spending a single dollar, you need a specific pipeline. This decision tree maps out the $0 route. You run your raw footage through Vizard to extract the clips, send them to CapCut for manual assembly, and use captions to finish the mobile formatting. You are paying for this pipeline with your own sweat equity. You have to manually string these separate systems together and manage the file transfers yourself. A completely free, high-quality channel is entirely possible. It just requires your time and patience, rather than a magic button. If you want to avoid subscription fatigue, your approach should be different. Following the alternate path on our tree, use restricted trials from Synthesia and Ai GenZ strictly to validate their technology. Prove the return on investment is there before you buy. Do not attempt to launch a faceless channel by continuously cycling through new email addresses to abuse free trials of text-to-video generators. It is inefficient and unsustainable. Build your editing fundamentals on the generous platforms. Practice your pacing using the watermarked tools. Only engage the restricted generative trials when you actually have the budget to upgrade. True free AI exists to speed up the work you are already doing. The moment you ask the AI to do all the work for you, you will have to open your wallet.